Okay, guys, we are live. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know because that's very important. I'm trying to turn on this my lights. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay, what's up? What's up, my people? Who's online? Who day online? Yeah, 30 people already online. I just okay, 17 people. Let me know if you can hear me because that is very, very important in this conversation. Well, there's no conversation if you can hear me. So, um, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, are they here? Okay, all right, cool, cool. Good evening. Good evening, Jojo, Nelly Smart. Good evening. Princess, good evening. Festus, Vivian, Afro Wheezy, Benga, Cham. Good evening. What's up with you guys? Thank you so much, Vivian. Oko, how are you? Okay, so as you all are aware, there've been this conversation going online. In fact, it's trending on Twitter between the Okoye borders. Let me just put it that way, because right now Mehdi is also calling out P-squares. I mean, recently he did a video. I'm gonna play the video soon. I'm gonna like search it on my phone now and play. But now this lady, Cynthia Morgan, I'm sorry, Mehdi has called out Psquare. Like I said, I'm going to play the video, but my last video was more on the contract, okay, about Cynthia Morgan because this guy Jude said is going to release it. Now, I felt like I need to hear you guys' opinion because, like, seriously, right? I haven't watched the video. By the way, if you haven't watched my last video, you need to go watch it so you understand the contract. What do you guys think about the contract? I went through the comment section quite all right, but I felt like I need to be in front of you guys, to talk about this contract. And I'm sure most of you that are watching me right now must have watched the video. Okay, so let's talk about the contract. What do you think about the contract? We're talking about 360 deal, right? Anybody, because I see a lot of people calling Cynthia Morgan a liar and stuff like that. Yeah, there's some things that she might have gotten wrong, in the contract and all that. But I still think that deal, is not really a good deal. Like right from the start, I'm not a big fan of 360 deal right from the start. But again, this is a new artist. She have to blow. All everything I heard was, man, I want to blow, I want to blow. We should also put that into consideration of somebody, just like everybody's, most artists, that are big now that struggled or went through that phase in their life, said, like, I was desperate. I was desperate. I signed this, I signed that, and we must put that into consideration as well. That this lady did that, because she's a new artist. All she think about is, man, I want to be popular, and if these people can, help me do that, then that's good. But another thing I would just first tell Cynthia Morgan is, Cynthia Morgan, chill. You don't have to react. This is not the time to talk, because why? At the end of the day, it still boils down to the fact that you signed the deal. You signed the deal. Like, so you can't say, oh, I'm going to sue Jude. I'm going to do this to Jude. I'm going to do that to Jude. You signed the deal, madam. Nobody forced you to sign the deal. Okay, fine. Yeah, we talked about, oh, Johnson, thank you so much. Fine. We talk about, desperation. Yeah, oh man, I really need to do this because I'm suffering. I'm going through a lot. I want to be popular and blah blah blah. And you sign the deal. Fine, we talk about it. But at the end of the day, the thing is, you signed the deal. So what next, right? Yeah, Duriel said the label owns all her writing credits. Everything they own. They own like everything. But um I don't know. Some people said, "Oh, the contract that you read, might just be fake. Maybe they uploaded the wrong fake." I don't know if Cynthia Morgan could say yes, that is the real contract. Then that is it. You know, like that is it. The only person I'm going to listen to here is Cynthia Morgan. But the point here is the fact that she signed it. And that's what everybody's going to listen to. Nobody's going to listen to the fact that, oh, yeah, man, I was struggling and that's why I have to sign it. No, nobody cares. What they care about is you signed the deal. And I just noticed that Cynthia Morgan keep reacting to Jude, saying, man, Jude, I might sue Jude, I might do the... Madam, now that everybody, you know, thank you, Afis Shobawali, thank you so much. I appreciate. Now that everybody is trying to help Cynthia Morgan, now that everyone is trying to like help Cynthia Morgan needs to shut up. As much as I love Cynthia Morgan, I'm a big fan and I'm still a fan. For those of you that watch my videos back then in 2018 or something, you know, I talked about Cynthia Morgan, and you could see, you know, that I'm a big fan. But hey, she just needs to chill and allow people do their thing. There's already a GoFundMe page right now, you know, running. I mean, you don't want people to stop donating and stuff. And again, Davido said you should call him. Like you already got that part. So don't come on social media and don't come from hate anymore. Always come from love. Like, don't say, you know, I'm gonna sue this, I'm gonna sue that. Cynthia Morgan, somebody needs to talk to Cynthia Morgan. I was even thinking of even like at least sending her like a DM, like, madam, you need to chill. But I don't follow her. Maybe I'm going to search for her because they said she has a new account now on IG. Like, look, you need to chill. Like, she needs somebody to talk to. And that lady that kept bringing Cynthia Morgan online, need to stop. Stop forcing words out of Cynthia Morgan. Stop forcing words out of her. Leave her alone. Focus on getting her what they want. Focus on getting her to Davido. Focus on stop. If you want to ask Cynthia Morgan a question, stop talking about they just called it that they just I saw it on Twitter because that's how she started the conversation. Like, you know, they said it's a lie, and you don't need to interview Cynthia Morgan on all that. Leave her alone. You guys can say that in private. Focus on her getting help. Stop disturbing that lady. I don't understand. So, and Cynthia Morgan, you know, I feel like she's right now, I hope she's around the right people, because it might affect her. I hope so, because I don't think that lady that kept, you know, forcing. There are some questions that I wouldn't ask a person that I'm trying to help. Fine, granted, the lady actually helps Cynthia Morgan out to get her out there. Like, look, this lady needs help. Fine, you know, but stop disturbing her, stop forcing her to get, you know, to stop forcing her to continue the controversies. Because at the end of the day, she might lose the love everybody have for her. Which I understand. Cynthia Morgan signed if I'm to be sincere, you guys know I already made it clear in my video. I don't like 360 deal. Is a way to enslave artists. Now, the reason why I don't like 360 deal is this. Let's assume, okay, let's assume that Mr. A, let me put it that way. Let's assume that Mr. A is the record label. Okay, like I like to use certain things. Let's say Mr. A is the record label. This is Mr. A, right? And this is the record label, right? And this is the artist. Let me check. And she was not too good in she was not too good. Ruth, you're right. She was not too good in interviewing her. Yeah, in interviewing her. Yeah. Remember, IT, thank you so much. You should remember this. Jire said getting legal advice could have saved her all the wasted labor. Yes, exactly. It could have saved her, like all the struggle, or even before she even signed, you know, the deal, like before she signed it. And that's what we keep telling artists. But here's the thing. Let me just put it like this. Like, the reason why I don't like 360 deal is this is, let's say, for example, this is the record label and this is the artist. And this record label says, look, we've been spending on you, right? This artist does not know what is going on, right? This artist just know that they're spending on me. They are taking me to shows. buying me clothes, you know, spending certain amount. Now, this record label could exaggerate the price. They might spend, let's say, 20 million on this artist, and they will tell this artist, look, we spent 50 million on you. So we got to get this 50 million back before you start making your profit. That's your 50% profit. So they could come up with any figures, right? They might buy a toilet roll and say, maybe normally the market price for toilet roll is like, you know, let's say like 20 naira. They might say, oh, we bought it like 100 naira, right? You don't have control as an artist. It is what they tell you that they spent on you to get you there, right? To start getting you shows and all that. It is what they tell you. Are you going to sit them down and tell them, okay, let us start calculating? Except you take them to court. Court will now start asking them questions that, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? Let us look into this. Let us look into this. But you are somebody with a beg, with a struggle. Sure, you want they walk up to them and tell them, say, I beg, make we sit down and calculate. Nobody now. That's why I don't like 360 deal. It's a way to enslave artists, is a means to enslave artists. Say no to 360 deal, except you are with somebody that have a God-fear, you are with a God-fearing record label. 360 is a rip-off on artists. A lot of people don't know, right? A lot of people don't know, but 360 is a way to enslave artists. A good 360 deal, don't get me wrong, will help you tremendously. Don't get me wrong, a good 360 deal. But most people who do 360 deal, most record label that are into 360 deals is to enslave artists. Is to use you. You're not going to even pay the money finished till you come up for the record label. You know, you go walk. No, you know, go pay the money finish. You go come out till you come up for record label like this. You go see the wonder. If now your song they play for America, if now your song, now your record label they use it, they do anyhow like this. So these are the things that we need to put into consideration as well. I'm going to quickly take some comments and continue. Justin Ike said, artists sign this deal to gain fame and make some money, because most times they always come from the concrete. But then when they start realizing they've gotten up there, then comes the complaints, etc. Princess said, that's why I said our government should look into such terrible deals. I think it's the court that needs to look into do something. The deals are seriously the entertainment industry that is different from what the government needs to pay attention to. Sid Ken TV said, you're making sense, but thank you. Jojo said the many record labels many record label owners, I guess that's what you're trying to say, are fraud, because many artists have problems with their record label owner because bad contract and all that. Yeah, Princess Ola said there's nothing like good 360 deals, my boy. I have never seen any good 360. I'm just saying, like it's just a way it was put together to enslave artists. It will ask any artist. Now, here's the thing: if you want to like prove me wrong, ask any artist that have been through 360 deal and tell me, ask them firsthand before we start making this thing. Ask them that, have you been through this 360 deal? What is the outcome? Let them tell you their experience first before we start. But hey, like I said, if 360 deal, like the right one, trust me, it's going to help you. Because why? You have backup. You have full backup. That's the benefit of 360 deal. You have full backup, right? You have people who will tell you, I'm going to help you, I'm going to help you change your life. And you got the backup. Now, another problem about 360 deal is they will tell you they spend certain, like I said, they will tell you they spend certain amount of money to this. You yourself as an artist, you are not seeing it. And they're telling you that, look, we spent 20 million. And you'd be like, you haven't even spent it, but you can't. Like I said, is a way to enslave artists. Because at the end of the day, you pay back the money you owe. Now, Mehdi recently, I saw a video, right? I saw a video, right? Mehdi came out to say, look, when I was with the Psquare borders, this is what happened. I'm talking about the Okoye borders. This is what happened. Like, these people will go out, they will take me out for shows. They refuse to sign me. That's what Mehdi said. According to Mehdi, they refused to sign me in his recent video. According to him, he said they refused to sign me. And guess what? These people, because let me put it so you guys understand. He said because they never, saw me as a promising artist. So when I started making hit songs, that was when they were like, okay, let us sign this, let us sign this. And I'd be like, it's too late. Now, BD was like, look, even before then, I was with these people. We'll go out for shows. These people, the Okoye brothers, will make like over $1 million, and they will give him $300 out of the money. And he also said something about he debunked what I wouldn't say debunk. It kind of like explain, give us an I would say explain what actually happened where about Jude giving him Hummer, because Jude came out like, I gave this guy Hummer Jeep, I gave him a place to stay, because he didn't say a house. He just said if you could use a place in my building. Ahmedi said he was giving the Hummer Jeep for 2 weeks. In his recent video, he was giving the Hummer Jeep for 2 weeks. Contrary to what Jude said, Jude never said 2 weeks. He never told her that there was a time frame for me to use this Hummer. It seems like Jude is all about borrowing and collecting. It's like Shylock. I don't understand. Like giving and taking, give and take. It's so that's what he said. Now, because we have to look at the track records of Jude, right? His company. I understand Jude came out, explain everything, and try to tell us. But again, track records kind of helps. I'm not saying like it means that it's true, but when same thing keeps happening in your vicinity, this we need to look into that. The brother Psquare, that's Peter Psquare, said, "No, I have to leave my borders. I have to leave. I have no issue with my own, with my twin brother, which is Paul, who is Paul, right? But I have issues with Jude." That's what he said. I have issues with Jude. And I remember, if I could recall correctly, during an interview, I think a few years ago, about why this guy split, from his brothers, Peter was like, look, Jude just want to use you and cheat you. Right? Then after that, we started getting like, now we're getting Cynthia Morgan. Now we're talking about, Mehdi's relationship with these people. And I feel like most of the deals that we have are just there to enslave you. And when I checked the Cynthia Morgan contract said, look, after 2 years, it is a 4-year contract. But look, after 2 years, we're going to renew it. We're going to do like a renewal. And Cynthia Morgan said, like, right from the beginning of the contract, she was never happy. And she renewed it because, come on, if I were Cynthia Morgan, Cynthia Morgan made a lot of mistakes, God. After 2 years, why don't you like talk to your record label and be like, look, this is either renegotiation or leave. Like, find a way, get a lawyer. Because there's a clause there that states, I don't know, we have to go back again, but there was like, after 2 years, we can sit down and talk. That was what the clause said. So they're giving you the chance, right, as an artist, to sit down with them after 2 years. But Cynthia Morgan did it after that 2 years, after she's already in the third year. That was when Cynthia Morgan started taking things serious. That, okay, look, it seems like this record label is not for me. But you have the chance after 2 years to talk to your record label, to talk to Jude. It's in the contract. She said, oh, the manager, every time she wants to make a decision, the manager kept saying, oh, we have to talk to Jude about it. Oh, she can't make a decision. But in the contract, they said you can make a decision. That it has to be a joint decision. Why can't you? Why? artists need to start paying attention to their contract. Forget about the girls, right? Forget about the girls. Forget about the fame that you're going to. Look, you see that piece of paper, could ruin your life, your entire life. Finish. You go, they beg for streets like this. That paper where you think say na the fame, yeah, now to carry girls now. You sign the deal now. You enter, you are living the life. You're going for shows, using 5-star hotels and all that. Then you ignore that paper. I pity you. After some years, you go no say no be to carry girls, no be to get 2 million for social media, 2 million followers, no be to get 5 million followers. And that piece of paper, now it matter. You pay attention to it. After 1 year, you're still going back to check your paper, read. Go through it, understand what you are putting yourself into. A lot of people now, a lot of artists now, when they don't go down, that's when they start talking about, I signed one contract. Now then force you, make you know they look contracts, or make you distracted by the fame and everything in your head. So I think artists should start paying attention to all these things. Oluwakemi said, I would have loved the 360 deal if there was transparency. There's always no transparency in 360 deal, for real, right? For real. But lies have taken over. 360 deal is a good deal if done the right way. Finish. I mean, just imagine I don't get money, I just need support, and I just sit down, people they promote me. It's a good thing, you're gonna enjoy it, but it's time to pay now. Have you guys watched Living in Bondage? Like Blood Money. They will give you the life, you will enjoy the life. In Living in Bondage, that I watched this recently, the sequel, they will give you life, you will enjoy the life. Okay, it is time for you to pay. Now that time you come to see that's 360 deal. It's like Blood Money. You give and take. They give and take. You see, it was clearly stated in Cynthia Morgan's contract. It was clearly stated that, look, we go give you this thing. We go give you, we're supposed to share the cost. That was what they first said. Listen, they said, yes, somebody said here, Timmy Additional said here, Chocolate City almost finished. They finished Brian. Waiting, they almost finished Brian. In fact, they finish him. Yeah, you even finish the statement yourself. If you don't read the fine print, you're finished. You're finished. So they told Cynthia Morgan that, look, we are supposed to share the cost. See, if I were the one, Ogami, I no go sign your deal, because I don't know the cost we they talk about. They told Cynthia Morgan, look, we are going to sign you, but we're going to share the cost. I said it in the previous videos. Cost and profit, don't mix it together. I think this is what Nigerians don't understand. That's why they started bashing, Cynthia Morgan. No, it is not just 50-50 straight. People think, oh man, when they sign Cynthia Morgan immediately, then 50-50%. People didn't even understand that part. No. Cynthia, now blood money, now loan. Cynthia Morgan will pay back before she starts making exactly that 50%. And how long does she know that she's going to pay back? If they tell you, say they pay 50 million for your head, sure, you won't argue. Even if not 10 million, and they pay, promote you, do everything, they tell you, say, nah, 50 million, say they never collect the money back. What you want to do? Nothing, you can't do anything. Princess said, government needs to set a policy that won't allow exploitation of anyone in the music industry. Yes, and that's why we have even entertainment industry in Nigeria is disorganized. Before we start, you have to first, let's talk about the organized entertainment industry to push their word out there. Like, look, we need government backup in these rules and regulation and all that. Nigerian entertainment industry is not organized. We must understand that, it's not like that organized, to get certain things running, okay, like legally. DMA Record Entertainment said, thanks, Ruth. Oh, what did Ruth said? Okay. Oluwakemi said, forget about the fame, and you didn't finish your statement. Kelechi Abuoma said, advise all these artists to use a lawyer when signing deals. I mean, all you have to do is call Search, you can search online. There are lawyers online waiting, just entertainment lawyers. We are not using it. You see, it's only in Nigeria that I discovered that we don't use entertainment lawyers. Now back to court anyway, back to the cost and everything. So they know that Cynthia Morgan can't pay the full cost of they know that Cynthia Morgan, right, can't afford it. They said in the contract 50-50. You go pay 50% of everything we spend on you, and we go. Now we know say you no get the money. That is a trick. We know say you no get the money, so we go help you with 100%. Now, if we finally help you with 100%, in return, you go first pay us our money, the 100% of the money, because you don't pay anything inside us trying to promote you. You didn't do anything, you didn't contribute. So we will have to get everything back from you. And after getting it back, then we help you. Then we start talking about sharing the profit. And that's what people didn't pay attention to. Gross profit was there, right? That's what they didn't pay attention to. And cost. A lot of people didn't pay attention to that. And the company made it like, we'll collect this thing back. They made it clear. The contract is a little bit, I don't know why Nigeria didn't even understand that contract. That thing is a little bit clear now. There are some contracts that are very vague, just to finish you. Yeah, Dire said they could claim there's no profit. Exactly. It's just like you're giving somebody your life. Say, take. They tell me waiting you spend on me. That's 360 deal. They tell me waiting you spend on me. So I should still tell you, well, we spend 50 million, we never get back the 50 million. So you are still paying your debt. You see artists go, they sing, go, they blow everywhere, they rain up and down. Nothing. You go meet this artist in real life, you go be like, I even get money past you. Waiting happen. These are the deals. Slavery to enslave artists. Chibuzo said, be careful with people, especially ladies, who can speak two accents. They are always two-sided. She changes accent when she wants to lie. Okay, that was funny. Cletus said, only dumb people find the girls and fame and focus more on the paper. Only okay, I think I missed Oluwakemi. That was Oluwakemi. Only dumb people find the sharing formula hard to understand. Cletus, that's what Cletus said. Only dumb people find the sharing formula hard to understand. And it's funny, like everybody on social media kept saying Cynthia Morgan lied, like it's 50%. It's not that 50%. Let's stop, please. Let's take it easy on Cynthia Morgan. Okay, Oluwakemi here said, forget about the girls' fame and focus more on the paper. That's contract, period. Boss, now fact be that. Thanks for this, and I'm definitely learning something, even though I'm not in the business, for real. Forget about everything, face that paper, because my guy. Okay, let me give you an example. There was a guy that sent me a message. They were in trouble, right? It was really, really in trouble with his record label. Now they were cool. These people were watching my videos. I'm talking about like a year ago. They were like a fan of my page. And I'm talking about his boss and himself. They watch my stuff. They're fan of my stuff. So they had issues along the line, right? So the guy reached out to me, the artist reached out to me that, look, this is what happened. We're cool, we're this, but I noticed that, you make entertainment and you have like an understanding about how all these things work. And this guy was like, man, I signed this crazy deal with my boss, and now like I'm regretting it, and I can't. I realized that I will have to like wait for like a year or something, even after leaving the record label, before I move on with my life, because they have my life tied down and all that. And he was just angry. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, did you understand the paperwork? And it was like, that is the thing. I didn't pay attention to it. I just want to blow. The problem is, you see, it better make you never go up than make you go up, come down. That is bad now. That is bad. It better make you no blow at all than make you blow. Make you come down. Better make you take baby steps. You take baby steps. So if there's some contracts that You call an entertainment lawyer. Entertainment lawyer will be say you go pay. They pay by hour. I think it's an hourly rate. Or some entertainment lawyers. It's hours. They pay by the hours. Yeah, it depends. It depends on the company. You call them. How much you go pay them now? You call some entertainment lawyers in Nigeria. Say for a day, I want to make you go through this contract. I won't give you 20,000 naira. 20,000 naira where you go, even if na 50,000 naira, he charge you. Because the contract where you go sign go lose you millions. So why not cool down? Even if you go borrow the 20,000 naira or the 50,000 or the 100, even if na 100,000 naira, borrow money. Call these lawyers that understand how it works. Call them and ask certain things from there. Like, look, help me read this thing, interpret them for me, make I understand. Make I know what's like, because you to lose your millions. Why you no confidence spend? I don't know why artists don't like investing in certain things that eventually might destroy them in future. I don't know why. They go talk, say, I no get money, but you get money to buy NSC, you get money to do live, drink, go party, all those money. If you gather them, say, okay, I want to sign this big deal. Make I call this lawyer. Even if it's 200K and you get the money, but if you say, I still be struggling artist now, if you get the money, hire a lawyer. Tell the lawyer that I need you to explain this thing. Check everything. Give me details. Then after that, you can go, because you go put yourself for this thing where you say you go lose millions, and you will be thinking, and you will look back and be like, I should have called someone. I should have spent that money. Princess Ola said, most of them can't afford a lawyer at that point in time, and the people who offer them the contract knows about that. That's where it always try to exploit them. Like I said, fine. If you know me, I not be lawyer, but I try my possible best, because I said some are vague. I try my best to sit down. If you read them a week, you read them, you tell them, just can you give me a week to go through this? You read that, you think about somebody waiting for your family, where at least maybe you go school, or you think, say, this person no book, or somebody will be say you still they read law for school. Maybe say, say if you do it for you for free. You call the person, you say, look, I need you to come look. You call different people, like make sure that these people are like intellectuals. You know, if you tell me, say, get anybody where say yes, at least maybe they read law, or if you even go Unilag, if you go some schools, walk into those schools, go into their department and call somebody, tell them they go walk, do something, move, like tell them, say, look, I need it, because you have to understand. If any way you want to understand the contract, and that's what is happening to Cynthia Morgan right now. Samitek said, hey, Benga, how are you? Amanda said, Jude contract was a death warrant contract for reals. Samitek said, I would blame Cynthia Morgan. Despite the fact of desperation, she was supposed to go through the deal before signing an advice with a legal practitioner. Odun said, she said the devil is a manager and not Jude Okoye. Let me tell you why she said that. Because I blame Cynthia Morgan, because she know use sense. On a more serious note, she apply Akonuchi. I mean, how they did talk for Igbo language. She no apply sense. She depends solely on the manager, who stand as a middleman, who stand as a block between them. But she has the right to ask for Jude attention. I need to talk to Jude. It's in the contract. They said artists, they give her the right in the contract. So why would you allow somebody who keep telling you something? All you have to do is show your manager, say, see, look, they talk, say, it's a joint decision, that I have the right to at least talk something. Even though they no go listen, they no go sorry. Even though they no go, totally agree with you. They said it has to be a joint decision. That means you are included. Right? That means you're included. That means you legally have the right to speak to Jude directly. You have the right to call all the management and say, please let us have a meeting. You have the right. Why do you keep allowing the manager to be so, her blaming the manager and calling the manager the devil for being in between herself and Jude, not allowing her to visit Jude. She said, you know, if she wants to go and miss Jude, the manager will say, Jude will not like that, Jude will not like this, Jude will not like that. Hey, hello, you have the right as an artist to call Jude and say, let us sit down and talk. Sean FFO said, bro, please shout out my channel, I beg. Sean FFO, guys, go follow Sean FFO. Lekon said, Odun said, I think Davido is going to help her. Lekon said, okay, you just put an emojis. Dure said all the blinks in the videos were borrowed. For reals, they were borrowed. I remember I saw this American, I watched this video about this American artist. I've forgotten his name. He was just talking about how even American artists, they will have borrowed chains and all that, bling bling and all that. He said most of it are borrowed. The cars are borrowed. He said the real thing have to be your contract. He said all those flashy lights that people will look and be like, I mean, this guy don't meet, I'm gonna borrow. Now borrow, you know. The real thing comes from the contract that you're signing. And if you can do it independently, you know, most artists in America now independence, they win. Then nobody wants to sign anymore. So Nonso asked a question here, I believe. So in your opinion, do you think that this is just a stunt to jumpstart a dead career? I don't think so. I don't think so. That might be part of the reason. Right, that might be part of the plan. I'm not in her head. Okay, that might be like, okay, I've been going through this thing, and I feel like it's a lady that have been pushed to the wall. She's been pushed to the wall where like nothing is coming forth, and she felt betrayed. She felt pained. She felt all these things. Like Jude still said Cynthia Morgan is owing her 40 million or something. That's what Jude still said. Can you hold Jude for that? Jude said it, yes, and Jude is right. But is Jude like, let's be sincere here, really right? Jude might not be right. But 360 deal, that deal, Jude could come up with any figures and say, look, Cynthia Morgan, you still owe me 40 million naira because our agreement was the money I spent on you, we'll make it back, and we didn't make the money back, so it's remaining 40 million naira. And how is Cynthia Morgan going to even get it? Cynthia Morgan is not the accountant, she's the artist. So it's just a way to, they could come up with figures, come up with any figures. So I wouldn't say it's a way to jumpstart our career. Maybe that's part of the plan, because it's showbiz. Yes, if you want to come back to the industry, it's part of the plan. You can say, okay, though they don't do me bad, but to come back, I need to create a controversy. Maybe that was about, but she actually signed a bad contract, you know, because they will keep coming up with, if she signs with a good company, is a good contract. I've said it before. Don't quote me wrong. It's good. A good contract if it's a right company. Don't quote me wrong. Ubi Franklin and Audu, that's Cleto said, Ubi Franklin and Audu been conducting Instagram live section on this topic for a month now, but the upcoming artists are not watching. Abusco Vibe said, I think Cynthia Morgan did not explain the name thing correctly. If a record label controls your music account and they don't relinquish it to you after you leave the record label, it's hard for you to use. Noso Mega said, do you think that this is just, well, I think I've read this. Kelechi said, listen guys, we write jam before going to university. Abi, why we no go use lawyer before putting your signature on the paper? Oh, Kelechi, good one. Even else, keep that same lawyer as your lawyer. Exactly. I have a friend that have they were friends in school. Not that they were in the same department, but when that guy finished, started using the guy as his lawyer. But this was a guy that finished as a lawyer that is still looking for a job and blah blah blah. But that guy still was like, look, this is an opportunity for me to take this guy as my lawyer, and so he got it cheap. There are certain things they did back then that was cheap because the lawyer just finished school and I think the guy was actually good, and they later became, both of them later became successful, well to do, because that guy, I think he finished with first class or second class up or something. But yeah, he knows that the guy is very intelligent, and he just use him, like, let us do this together, let us achieve this together, because he knows the importance of documents, papers, all those paper where they think say if you just tear, if you ruin your life. And this has been going on for quite some time. Timmy Additional said, I think it's because she didn't hire the manager. I think the manager works for the label. I think so. She didn't hire the manager. That's another thing. She didn't, because if you actually hire this manager, you also have power to sack the manager, to fire the manager. I mean, I think Whiskey also did the same. They fired his manager at some point. Did he? I'm not really sure, because the Whiskey's first manager was a female, and she was the one who introduced Whiskey to Banky W, or tried to push Whiskey's career. So I don't know. I think Whiskey sacked the manager or something. But Avira said, everyone blaming Cynthia like you've never really respected and loved someone after thinking they wouldn't betray you. Olamilekon said, look, brother, don't just judge Cynthia yet. The truth is still hiding. Jude is not a saint even. Even his own blood brother runs away from him. I think you should rewind, okay? Because I'm supporting Cynthia Morgan here, and it's not like really like supporting. And based on my understanding, I think Cynthia Morgan signed a wrong, a wrong deal. But still, it's not like I'm not. I'm technically, like supporting her. That's to me doesn't seem like a plan, but a frustrated lady in need of help. Yeah, that's what Princess said, reacting to what that person said, that this is a stunt, to get attention. Avira said she started music without money, which is okay. She was meant to make money, not to milk her off without even made yet. J Majesty Sam said, Cynthia Morgan, that's all. Longy said, I see Cynthia Morgan coming back. So I think like I've said here, it's first what we have to do is look at Jude's track records. Like, this guy have always had issues with people, record label deals and all that, and it's because Jude strategically give you a deal that would enrich him, and I think that was what Peter saw and left, and made this case. I didn't really understand made this case, honestly. If I'm to like be real here, I don't think Mehdi. Nah, I'm not saying that, oh, Mehdi. I don't think Mehdi really have anything to say here. Do you know why I said it? Like, he never signed a deal. He never signed a deal. Now, at the end of the day, it still boils down to what deal did you sign? Now, Cynthia Morgan, we can say Cynthia Morgan signed 360 deal, Cynthia Morgan did this with them. But in this case, which deal you sign? You don't sign any deal. So if they cheat you, they cheat, no paperwork to back up your claim. If they call you greedy, if they call you ingrate, if no paperwork day where you come out, they tell us, fine, he has a point. These people have been frustrating his life, have been doing these people have really frustrated his life. They took advantage of him and all that. But no paperwork with my brother. Where paperwork, no, you no get talk at all. You no get talk. Cynthia Morgan ain't get talk because she signed contract. But Mehdi coming back now and telling us, somebody said Mehdi was writing songs for them. Exactly. J Majesty Sam said, Mehdi have nothing to say. My brother, I don't get anything to say. My brother, forget. If you no sign deal, forget. Look, even if not true, even if it happened, that's why they tell people, sign contract. People know the year word. Even if, I'm going to come back to this. This person said, Mehdi was writing songs for them. Mehdi is supposed to sign a contract for writing songs for them. See, even if na ye, I would talk for all the songs where they go release. Even if na yeah, finish. We go sign contract. we go sign contract. You're writing songs for people, you have to sign a contract. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like Mehdi was taken advantage of. He didn't sign a contract. I'm sorry, Mehdi. I feel sorry for your situation, but you don't have anything to defend yourself with. Cynthia Morgan can talk because she signed a deal. But Mehdi, my brother, you know to get anything to. I understand. Mehdi might truly go through that part. Get me right. Please don't get me wrong. Truly, Mehdi go through that hard time. We in talk say that they cheat time, that they do this. You know, sign deal. Forget it, my brother. What do you want to show us? Say yes, say this thing. Say Mehdi talk about how they cheated him, how they take advantage of him, how he writes songs for the people. You write songs for people. If you write first song, write second song, sit them down. Mehdi, if you notice, Mehdi never talked to them, never told us that even the song where even the song where I help una write to abeg abeg, even the song where I help una write abeg, we sign because you not believe in me, right? That is why you want me to write songs for you, because for every song you write, you need to get money for your songs. In fact, do you know how the government do it here in America, the entertainment industry in America? The entertainment industry in America, do you know that the songs that they play in radio, the money because here in America, if they play your songs in radio, there are certain percentage where radio is supposed to pay the artist, right? Here's what because they know that the writer, without the writer, that song cannot come into life. The song cannot come into life. So what they do is the writer. Do you know what radio does? What they do is, we're just gonna pay the writer of this song. So if you hear if you hear Burna Boy for radio 50 times a day, and money they go, they go Burna Boy pocket too. If they he's not going for, if you hear like Jay-Z's songs on the radio and you hear all this thing on the radio, it is not going to their pockets at all. It's not going to their pocket at all. It is going straight to the writer. That's what they do in America, because they know that it is important. So Mehdi needs to first have that, put together. First, sign a deal. Odun said it was Alaye that introduced Mehdi to Psquare. And Mehdi also said it was Storm Records that want to sign him. Then, before Psquare said they would sign him, and they never signed him. They never signed him. And I think the reason why I would do it, because they are Psquare. They be Psquare now. These guys, they are Psquare. And if you noticed, the Okoye brothers, that's Paul that left Jude, never really give us insight of the main reason why he left Jude. It was more like, Jude is just cheating me. Jude is just taking advantage of us. Jude does nothing. That's what he said. That Jude does nothing. All he does is sit down and make the money. He didn't really. We do absolutely almost everything, ourselves, and Jude just sit down and make money. That's what, Peter said. That they don't need Jude. But Paul disagreed. But Peter left because he felt like Jude is not doing what he's supposed to do. So they don't need him. But that's why they had to leave. So all these things we must start paying attention. Here, Caleb said, Bo, I've been watching your show from Dubai since 3 years ago, and you are the only one that is truthful with your judgment when it comes to Nigerian musicians. Keep it up. Thank you. I try. I can't be perfect. Waiting Jojo said, to be honest, this whole thing is a mess. Jude Okoye did folks dirty. Cynthia Morgan music industry is very fickle, and being at the plateau is not a guarantee. So every artist needs a backup plan. Yeah, they need a backup plan. But the thing is, what Cynthia Morgan was trying to say is she never made any like substantial amount of money while she was with them. So she be that person will make money and they get backup plan. Say, I want to invest in this, I want to invest in that, I want to invest in this, but she never have, there wasn't that like substantial amount of money to be like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, another thing that I think we need to pay attention to, right, is just about I've said this before. Wizkid contract with Banky W would have helped the industry. Would have helped us a lot. Like to learn from what happened. Like we need to know what contract they signed. Fine, it's everything is settled and all that, but seriously, that would have helped a great deal. We would have known, okay, this is the kind of contract they signed, and they weren't really vocal about it. Caleb Paul said Yoruba people hate Buana, but no, we're not here to talk about tribal stuff. Please. In everything you do, please take out tribal stuff out of here, or I'll block you. I'm not joking. Tribalistic, anybody that is being tribalistic here, I'll block you straight out of my live video. Don't bring that thing close to me, please. Prosper said here, nice to see you online. I'm your fan from Sweden. Bola Fitness said, celeb, but is Caleb, but is super. I think he's replying to Caleb. Fitness Hub said, hating on him is not the best. Yeah, hating on Jude, Fitness Bola, please be specific. Odun said maybe Davido should sign her. Yeah, I think if Davido finally signs Cynthia Morgan, I'm very sure. These people needs to make it available to us, like for real, make it available to us, the contract that these people signs, like let us know waiting the sign before we can, let us know what they signed, like Davido, which contract they signed. Olamide, I could understand. Even Olamide didn't publicly come out to tell us. Okay, the contract Olamide signs is like, okay, 2 years, after 2 years, then we're done. Okay, we're done. Like Olamide made it clear. But I'm gonna support your career and all that. So Olamide signed 1 year rather. I think 1 year Olamide contract. I think it's 1 year. So Olamide made it clear that after 1 year, look, we are done. And I think what Olamide is doing is trying to take off that stress, away from him. Like trying to like remove that that pressure of focusing on one person forever. Number one, Olamide too is a businessman. He wants to make money. Number two, he believes that after a year, if I should push you as an artist, blow, man, now your own be that. Because I need to move on. I'm also an artist. Here's the thing: people need to understand that, and most of our bigger artists need to understand that. Look, you need to sign a deal where if you're still you're still active in the game. You're still active, and you signed right artist under you. You have to find a way to reduce that pressure on yourself, because if you don't do that, number one, you have your own career, right, running. You don't want it to affect your career. Number one, is going to affect your career, and it's going to affect two people, you and that artist. And that's that's the problem. I see Zlatan, I see Naira Marley, intervene. I see Naira Marley, intervene. I said interviewing, sorry. Signing artists. I see Zlatan signing artists. My question has always been like, fine, you're signing this artist and all that. You're just coming up. You're signing. What plan do you have for this artist? because it's not just by signing. It's not just by. I noticed something. Everybody in Nigeria, everybody in the entertainment industry just want to be boss. Just want to. They feel like, yeah, I just need to be boss, or they see signing an artist an investment to ruin the life of that artist and enrich themselves. Is one of two things. So, which is I think is not right. Like, you first, you need to sit down and know that you really really want to do this. Don Jazzy did it because he really really wants to do it. After all said and done, Don Jazzy is still a record label owner. Even though they featured him in music, in song and everything, he still focused on the record because that's the priority. He never said, I want to focus on music, solely on music and all that. You understand? Here, Bola Fitness said, please keep the chart clean. Yes, we are not here to, like, the chat will be absolutely clean. Like I said, you can bash me, it's fine. It's fine. You can say whatever you want to say at me. But going fast, saying, bringing tribalism here, that is too much. But it's okay for you to call me stupid and all that. That's fine. I'm not going to block you on that. It's your what you have in mind. But don't bring tribalism, because it's going to affect other people, and you're going to, like, just spoil this chart right now. Here, Mr. Dudu Nasty said, Sinzu didn't blow even with the influence of the video. We must understand that. I think Nigerians didn't understand this thing about Sinzu. When Sinzu said he has left, he's still, I think, on probation or something. So, he's not. Yeah, he has rules. Let me put it this way, so that those that are watching me will understand. Let me put it this way. I don't know the actual word, but when Sinzu left, he said it in his interview. Let me use an example of. I know that most of you are Nigerians. Let's say in Lagos, Sinzu is in Lagos. He was arrested in Lagos. Note, is in America that they got him arrested and all that. But he was arrested in Lagos. For example, okay, we're using this for example, for explanation's sake. He was arrested in Lagos. He went to prison in Lagos. Now, when he came out, the news blew out everywhere that, Sinzu is out of jail and all that. And Davido called him, called him that, look, I want to sign you. I want to do that. I want to do this. But they told him that within 2 years or something, you mustn't leave Lagos. So whatever Sinzu wants to do, right, he have to talk to, there's this thing, I've forgotten the name right now. I'm talking, I can't really remember right now, but there's always a person that you need to report to do anything. If you just got out of jail, so you have to talk to a police officer before leaving that state, because the law told him not to. So that's what he was restricted even after prison. So that is why. So Sinzu was restricted in America. Let's say in Atlanta, because he even said when Davido came to Atlanta and called for him, he was staying in another state and called for him that, look, Sinzu, I want you to come over. He had to call to say, yeah, probation officer. Oh, thank you. That's why I like this thing. Now they help me out. Probation officer. Thank you so much. Olufemi, Abusco, and Kings Razi. So his probation officer was like, look, you have to come back to time. You have to do this. But he has to talk to his probation officer that I want to go and meet Davido in Atlanta. So when Davido even came to America, Sinzu wasn't free. He can't even leave that place. To even meet Davido, he have to call David. In fact, what he did was he called Davido that Davido should talk to his probation officer. That's what I think. That's what I think he said. He said he did. That Davido has to talk to that. He's coming to meet me. I'm David Adeleke. This is Davido showed proof of residence and all that before they allow Sinzu. So Sinzu is restricted. So let's not. The case of Sinzu is far, like away from what we're talking about. You understand? Noso Mega said, what advice can you give to talented up and coming artists on how to effectively promote their material without money until they get social media? Social media, please, people will buy data. They'll be looking at the video and they'll be scrolling down, be looking at how Davido spend money for club, how Davido. They no go sit down and say, man, how can I push my music? how can I do this? What strategy can I use to get attention without spending any money? Sit down, think about how you're going to get attention to your music. It's showbiz. You could find a way to get attention to your stuff, to draw attention to that. You can do anything on social media. But say you spend half of your amount for Insta blog. You look at everything where Insta blog need to talk about from morning to night. You say you look, you they imagine how the video take to spend money, how may your take the carry girls, how they take they drive their cars. My brother, move forward though. You have to find a way to create attention for yourself as an artist. Check into instead of looking Davido's lifestyle, instead of looking at Whiskey's lifestyle, instead of looking at all those people's lifestyle, look at how they got go back, check out their history. History is also good. Check how they got the attention. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the same, but you have to learn from the people that are there. And definitely you just use their strategy. Some of them use social media. Meyokun is a good example. Social media, we have a lot of them. Look how they got that attention and all that. And you can help yourself without even spending a dime. You get a call. Don Jazzy and this guy who can remind me of this guy that sings. Okay, he's in Don Jazzy's record label. He has a very good voice. Can anybody recall? Can you remind me the guy? I'm sure he's going to pop up now. I'm hoping you guys will remember. He have a good voice. He's currently in Don Jazzy's record label, Maven Records. I've forgotten his name. Not Rema, not Korede Bello. There's one other artist that has a very, very nice, but not Korede Bello, not Rema. I think he was signed after Johnny Drill. I knew he's gonna come up. Johnny Drill. Johnny Drill. So Johnny Drill was outside of Lagos, I think. Send Don Jazzy, I think send Don Jazzy some of his work, or is it Don Jazzy that somehow, he reached out to Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy likes his work, and Don Jazzy have known this guy for like a year plus, like even maybe 2 years. What Don Jazzy was just keep looking was, make I even see how good this guy is. Like, normally Don Jazzy was supposed to call him and say, look, let's sign this deal. But Don Jazzy found him on social media, and Don Jazzy wants to be very, very careful. The guy thought, man, when Don Jazzy told him that he sings well, he thought Don Jazzy was going to sign him right away. Like, took them conversation back and forth for like over a year before Don Jazzy was like, man, come to Lagos. Maybe we talk business. That's how it happens. A lot of things happen on social media. By you just sending your work to maybe a record label owner or an artist or somebody to check out your work. There have been people as well at DMW, some of the rappers. It's through social media. I'm not even talking about Meyokun right now. Some of the rappers is through social media, like, So social media does a lot without you spending any money. Take advantage of social media without you like spending any money. And God willing, you get a great deal. You're good. Don Jazzy record label, obviously, is not slavery something. Don Jazzy came on social media when everybody was talking, Korede Bello is finished. Forget about Korede Bello. That guy is finished. Don Jazzy said, look, we made over, I think he said 40 million naira or 400 million naira, I don't know, on this guy. So Korede Bello made a lot of money for my company. You can imagine for a record label boss to come out and say that Korede Bello made a lot of money, right? For me. As you know that this company, Korede Bello didn't sign a contract, a 360 deal. And if it's a 360 deal, it's a good 360 deal. So here I'm going to quickly read some comments. Thank you, Kings Razi too, and Dan Asemota said Johnny Drew. Yeah, thank you. Dave too said Johnny Drew. Ngozi said Crayon, which is wrong. Fun and Talks TV said hello host. Hello, what's up? Ruth said, I don't know Johnny Drew. You should check out Johnny Drew if you love good song, good musical. If you know big bass boost, boom, 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 boom. No. Johnny Drew sings from the heart. Okay, Odun said, even Tiwa Savage on a recent interview with Cool FM, she said Cynthia Morgan deserves a second chance because she is so talented. I need to even listen to radio this because I usually listen to Cool FM and Beat FM. I need to. I don't taste more. So she said Cynthia Morgan is super talented. All the songs that Cynthia Morgan released, I've never sat down and be like, oh, this song no to all of them make sense just because some of them get attention past the other, but all the songs that Cynthia Morgan released, is super good. They are super good rather. Prosper said, I will continue watching your video tomorrow. I need to go back in an hour. I will be done. Okay, it's already an hour. Okay, I need to wrap up, but yeah, a nice one, guys. Keep the videos coming. Johnny Drill makes good music. Yeah, good music. Israel said, good morning, bro, from Madrid. Thank you, Israel. Good morning. Ruth said, I'm learning a lot from you too. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Promise said from Paris. What do you think about what do you think Jude said? I didn't get that. Waiting Juju said Johnny Drew is contemporary and not a trend. Yeah, but these are still the same song that became like mainstream, that's getting to become mainstream eventually. Every song that was released now, wasn't that the regular style, but today they are now huge in the entertainment industry. Every song started like people like Johnny Drew eventually might become like mainstream, like people the song that they put out there. Juliet said, today is my second time of seeing you live. Okay. John Travis said, what do you say about Chike, especially the song called Running? Chike, I haven't really paid attention to that. Otta said, having a record label doesn't make you a talented or a good artist. What makes you a good artist is the type of music delivery. I think, yeah, you're right. Oyewole said, hello, my lovely brother. I like your work. Thank you so much. Albert Einstein said, Johnny Drew is a star. Sure. Juliet said, good evening, everyone. Mr. Nasty said, I hope the Niger artists use this COVID-19 break to evolve and make better use of social media platform to promote their craft. Okay, guys, that's where I'm going to hold it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this easy to get people, they watch you, pay attention to waiting you they talk. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna meet. I might go live on Friday. I don't know yet, but like always pay attention to, because at least in a week I should be able to go live. That's just what I told myself, at least in a week, once or twice, for the meantime. Okay, but once or twice I'm trying to do that. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you guys learned something. I just try. I don't know it all. Don't get me wrong. I don't know I'm all. I did learn. That's why I also learn from you guys as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, bye.